Hey everyone, it's me Suchita. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. This is the fourth video of the teaching abroad series, and in this video I'm going to talk about salary and the benefits which are coming along with abroad teaching. So without delaying, let's come into the video. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing and press the bell icon so that you will not miss any new upcoming videos. So without any delay, let's into this. So the first one is when I'm going to talk about the salary. I divide the salary into four parts which depend on your passport, the subject you are going to teach, your language and the school curriculum. So let's discuss all these points and then we'll discuss about the benefits. So the first one is your passport. If you are carrying an Indian passport, so you will understand with the with period of time that some passports, those who are from the native speaker countries, will get more salary as compared to the non-native speaker countries. As Indian, we are from the non-native speaker countries, so definitely you will face some of your colleagues who are from different nationality carrying different passport will get higher salary than yours which are from the non-native speaker. So that really matters. So that totally depends which country you are going and which passport you are carrying. Second, we are coming how fluent you are in your language and in the local language. So the second language point is, if you are fluent, you have a good IELTS score and you are able to communicate in a good way, and they will understand you have a good accent, so you will get good pay. You will able to convince the employer for a good pay. Next one is, if you do have a knowledge of the local language. If I'm going to UAE, I do have a basic knowledge of the Arabic language. If you're going to Canada, you must have a knowledge of the French language. The same way, whatever country you are going to choose, you must have a basic knowledge of the local language. So if these two criteria, you have a good knowledge of the local language plus fluency in English, so you're going to get a good package. Yes, especially with the private schools, if you're going to join, these factors really make a difference. Third one is the curriculum. When you're going to choose a school, different curriculum schools have a different package. I'm telling you a range as per my experience. If you're going to try to find out a job in an Indian school, because when we are moving to the outside the country, there are Indian schools also in every country, because many of us as an Indian, I'm staying outside country, so my child is I want to send my child in an Indian curriculum. So in every country there are Indian schools, so the Indian curriculum schools will not pay you a good salary. That's a bitter truth. Now I'll move to IGCSE and GCSE. They have a better salary than the Indian curriculum. If I'll move to further IB as in India also we are going to get a good salary. Same way in abroad also, IB schools are paying a good salary and they will hire a teacher with a good package. Next, I'm moving to the local curriculum. Yes, every country has a local curriculum, and if you will go to their website, try to enter in the local curriculum school, you are going to get a very good package. Now I'm coming to the third point. Third point is subjects. If you are a teacher which is subjects like science, psychology, business, science including physics, chemistry, biology, all, then maths is there. Other than that, the subjects which are in demand, so you are going to get a good package, including English. Yes, don't forget that. So you are going to get a good package. If you are with the subject, for example, Hindi, Sanskrit, so they are not in demand in abroad. Mostly few schools which are having Indian students, or maybe a particular language which is not so popular in many of the countries, so you are not going to get a good salary. Okay, the popular subject also included computer science. Yes, so the subjects like English, math, science, ICT, which is computer, designing also, and psychology. I think I covered all of them. So these subjects are good in demand, and other which are not popular, you're not going to get a good package. Now I covered all the four criteria which are going to decide your salary. If I'll talk about the range, again I'm saying it's only as per my knowledge, as per my experience. It ranges from 80,000 INR to 3.5 lakh Indian currency. So that is a range a teacher is going to get in abroad. It's totally depend on your subject, passport, language fluency, curriculum, school, on everything, and the country you are going to choose. So this is a range of a teacher which is going to teach in abroad outside India. Now I'm coming to the last point, the second point, which are benefits. What are the general benefits a teacher is going to get when she will or he will going to get teach in abroad? So the first benefit is accommodation. Most of the schools will pay you, or they will have their own accommodation and they will provide you that. The accommodation totally depends. You will get single accommodation if you are not going in that country with your family. You're going to get a like maybe 1 BHK or a good studio, 2 BHK if you are moving in that country with your family. So this is about accommodation. It's totally depend what school policies are. It's vary from school to school, curriculum to curriculum, and country to country. Second is your child education. Most of the schools are covering the child education up to 2 children. Yes, if you have 2 children, so they are going to cover. If you're going to teach your child in the same school, you have maybe up to 2 children, you'll get free education. After that, maybe you have to pay 50% of the fees for the child. So that's how the child education is covered. And after that, you will come with have some basic salary. Believe me, if you are going to teach abroad, the packages are much better as compared to our own country. So that basic salary is enough to have a good life with all the basic facilities, and you can survive well in that. So I hope I'm able to cover your doubt regarding the salary and benefits and how it varies and which school you'll get. And if you still have any doubt, do write it down in the comment box and let me know. I will love to answer your question. So that's all for today's video. Tomorrow I'll see you again in the next video. So stay tuned, keep learning. Have a nice day. Bye bye.